statements we are discussing. Input and output statements we are discussing, right? Okay, sir, in the last session we had clear discussion about input and output statements. Okay, in that input statements we covered how you can able to read the data from the keyboard, what are various options are there to read the data from the keyboard. Have you remembered, sir, what is the function we require to use? What is the function we require to use, sir? Can you spell out? Can you spell out what the function we require to use? Input is the function we require to use, right? Regarding input itself is the function we require to use. Remember that. So we can use the input function to read the dynamic data from the keyboard. For that purpose, we are going to use what? Input function, right? Okay, like that. So now the problem with the input function is it is always going to return. It's always going to return str type. Compulsory we require to perform typecasting, right? Compulsory we require to perform typecasting. Okay, that's all. Next, if you want to read only one number, sir, n1, then automatically we are always going to write input of enter some number, input of enter some number like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, then compulsory we require to convert into int type. That's why we are taking like this, right? Regarding n1, int of input of enter some number is nothing but n1 like this we are going to take. Okay, now my target is, yes sir, take a bit very special care about this one, sir. Now my target is, sir, if I have two numbers are there, I want to read two numbers simultaneously. Can you please guide what is the code, sir? Yesterday I told, can you please guide what is the code, sir? Anyone, can you please tell? Yes, I want to read the two numbers, sir. I want to read the two numbers, sir, in a single line. I want to read the two numbers in a single line. A comma B. First input enter two numbers. Regarding that, enter two numbers. Now we are going to get enter two numbers. Now we are going to get here. Just observe that enter two numbers. Now we will get one string. One string, sir. Dot split is the method. Dot split itself is the method we have to take. Okay, like sir. Now we will get sir a list of string values. Now for every x in, sir, we are trying to get some x. Now I'm selecting first one, select second one, and so on. So for every number we have to do int of x. For every number we have to do int of x like this, right? Next, sir, this total thing I require to convert into the, sir, list. Now a comma b is equal to, like this we covered already, right? In the last session, I hope you people are aware, a comma b is equal to int of x for x in input of two numbers dot split. Are you able to understand? Now, sir, print of the sum is a plus a b, like this I'm taking, sir. Int of the sum is a plus b, like this I'm trying to take, sir. Sir, now what is the output? By default we are going to get itself is like this, right? Observe that what is the output by default we are going to get. Let me execute this code, sir. Have you observed? Enter two numbers 10, 20. The output 30 by default we are going to get. Enter two number 100, 200. Then automatically 300 by default we are going to get. Any doubt? Already we discussed in the last session this one. Please confirm. Already we covered, right? Yes. Now the next thing what I have to discuss is there is one small special function we require to use, right? Evolve. Remember this one. What is that special function, sir? Evolve. Can you please evaluate? Evolve function we require to use while reading data from the keyboard. Yes, sir, this evolve function is going to play very important role, sir. So for which purpose we are going to use evolve function? Evolve function take a string and evaluates the result. Evolve function takes the string and then evaluate it's a result, right? Okay, what is the way, sir? X is equal to evolve of, do you know, 10 plus 20 plus 30, like this I'm taking, sir. Do you know, actually, can you please guess, sir, what is the output we are going to get in this case? Anyone, can you please guess what the answer by default you are going to get in this case? Eval 10 plus 20 plus 30. Do you know? It is, don't feel you are going to get 10, 20, 30. Sir, this 10 plus 20 plus 30 evaluated to 60, and that 60 into value we are going to get, sir. That 60 into value we are going to get. Eval function is going to take care based on internal value. Automatically, the corresponding type we are going to get, sir. Sir, 1 minute, it will be converted automatically. That's why while reading the data, eval function is always highly recommended to use, right? Now, eval, here print of x, sir, print of type of x, print of x, print of type of x. I'm taking, sir. Okay, I'm taking. Now, observe carefully, sir. What the output by default you are going to get 60. Sir, here we are always going to get int. Remember, the reason for that is, yes, the reason for that is, okay, internally this string is going to represent which value. This string is going to represent which value? Into value only. That's why automatically it will be converted, sir. Automatically it will be converted. We are not required to convert into int type explicitly. Eval function is there for that purpose, right? Any doubt? Everyone can able to understand, right? Eval function take a string and evaluates to the result. Sir, what is the argument? It's always a string type. It's always a string type, and it is going to consider string type, and it evaluates to corresponding type. No problem at all. Now here just observe, but compulsory, yes, these code symbols must be required, I hope. Have a look once. Have a look once. What will happen in this case? What will happen in this case? Eval argument must be string. Remember this one. Eval argument must be string. Remember this. Now I'm taking 10.6 plus 20.7. Like this I'm taking. No problem at all. 10.6 plus 20.7, its value the float type converted into float and print the result. Have you observed, right? 31.2 something like this, and the float value by default we are going to get. So what is the purpose of eval function? To convert the string, evaluate string, and convert into the corresponding type automatically, like this, right? Tina, are you able to understand? In this case, it's not returning int value, it is going to return float value, right? Make sure it's always going to return float value, right? Okay, like, okay, now I will ask. Now I will ask, array, enter some expression from the keyboard and evaluates its value, sir. This is about my requirement, right? Evaluate. Can you please take some expression from the keyboard and evaluate its value, like this, right? What I want to take is, observe that a bit very carefully, sir. Sir, x is equal to eval of input of here enter some expression. Enter some expression like this I'm taking, sir. Now here just a print of x value, sir. Internally whatever expression you are keeping, internally this eval function is always going to convert. This eval function is always going to convert into the corresponding type. We are not required to worry about that. Yes, enter some expression, sir. 10 plus 30 into 40 something like this I'm taking, sir. Sir, its value is 1210. So 30 plus 40, 1200. 30 plus 40, 1200 plus a 10 is nothing but 1210. By default is the answer. By default we are going to get. Any doubt? Any doubt? Are you getting right, sir? Don't feel it's always primitive type, sir. Someone is I'm unable to see your name. What's your name, sir? Eval works only on primitive data type. Who asked this doubt? Yes, it is. So no question of primitive type in Python. Remember always, for any type it is applicable, sir. For any type it's applicable. Even you can pass Boolean value, even you can pass string value, even you can pass a list value, tuple value. For everything it's always going to work, sir. Make sure. So eval can evaluate the input to list, tuple, set, sir, any type based on our requirement, right? Yes, itself is acceptable, right? Remember that. Okay, now sir, just I'm taking, sir, eval here. Just observe a bit carefully, sir. Eval input enter some expression, enter some expression. Now I'm trying to print a type of x. Now I'm trying to print a type of x. Observe a bit carefully, sir. Now I'm trying to print a type of x. If I'm trying to print a type of x, okay, like have a look once. Have a look once. I'm trying to provide Durga. I'm trying to provide Durga. What is the reason for that? If you are talking about the string, compulsory you have to provide in the double quotes. Only this small restriction is there, sir. Okay. Now observe that. It is the string. Only this case a small restriction is there for the string. Except that, no problem at all. Now true I'm taking. Then automatically, can you please observe that? It is considered, yes, Boolean. It is considered as what type, sir? Bool type. It is considered the Boolean type only. Now enter some type expression. Enter some type. Here I'm taking 10, 20, 30. What is this type? Anyone, can you please tell? Yes. What is this type? Lister type. Eval is going to convert into the lister type. Don't worry, sir. Next, sir, if I can provide 10, 20, 30. What is this type? 10, 20, 30. What is this type, sir? Tuple type. Regarding 10, 20, 30. What is about this tuple type? Tuple type. Like, sir, whatever the type you are providing, eval your function is always going to convert into the corresponding type. That's why instead of performing typecasting, better to use sir eval function. Eval function is the most commonly used function, sir. 10 plus 20 j. Regarding that, it is automatically converted into complex type. Getting? Any doubt? Yeah. Jyoti Barik. We will discuss this in the last, in the next sessions. Already we covered this part, maybe in the last session. Okay, we will discuss again. Don't worry, sir. What the difference between list and tuple? It is not correct time to talk about that. Okay, sir, that's all. This is, yes, this is eval function is the most commonly used function, sir, because it is always going to convert into the corresponding type. Remember that. Okay, like this one. Clear? Are you able to understand what the need of eval function, right? Okay, that's all. To accept any type of data. Now observe what I want to do is observe that. Enter first number, enter second number, and can you please perform print operation? Okay, x is equal to input of enter first number, like this I'm taking, sir. But enter first number is here. If I can take int, the biggest problem here is it is always you should provide int type only, like this, right? Suppose here if I can use eval, no problem at all. Now, sir, y is enter first value, like now I'm taking eval of enter second value, like this I'm taking, sir. Print of the result is x plus y. Regarding print of result is x plus y, like this I'm taking, sir. Now take a bit very special case, sir. Here I'm taking x plus y. Okay, like this I'm taking. Enter first value, enter second value, like this I'm taking. Just observe a bit carefully, sir. Let me execute again. Enter first value, sir, 10. Enter second value, sir, 20. Now the result is the 30. Enter first value, sir, 10.5. Enter second value, sir, 30.6. Then 41.1. It is applicable for Boolean also. It's applicable for, it's applicable for floating point also. Now observe that. Enter first value Durga. Enter second value, sir, soft. Regarding now the result is Durga soft. Arish, have you observed, right? The result is Durga soft. So eval function, the biggest advantage is whatever the type you are providing internally, it will be converted into the corresponding type. Okay, remember that. So that's why when compared with the normal typecasting functions, eval function is the most commonly used function, sir, in reality. Remember that. It is going to be really that much helpful also. Any doubt? Yes, you can able to do true plus a true. It will work, sir. It will work. True plus a true itself is nothing but acceptable. No problem at all. Okay, like how it is. Just observe. Let me run. Here I'm taking true, sir. First value is the true. Second value is the true. Then automatically, how it is going to consider? Because true plus a true in the normal mathematics, one true means one. Another true means sir, one. 1 plus 1 itself is nothing but 0. 1 plus 1 itself is nothing but 0. Remember that 1 plus 1 is the 2. By default, we are going to get. Clear, right? Any doubt? Okay, that's all. This is about eval function, most commonly used function. Even in the future also, several times we are going to use this eval function. Remember that alternative to typecasting, more powerful function is eval function, right? Okay, that's all. Sir, next command line arguments. Are you getting that? Okay, sir. Now command line arguments. Command line arguments, right? Okay, just take a bit very special care about these command line arguments, right? So the people who are coming from other languages, other languages, right? So like Java, you people can aware in Java, sir, sometimes we are passing Java test and then 10 20 something like this. So if we are passing any argument from the command prompt, suppose py test.py, this is about your values, sir. Py test.py. Now first argument, second argument, third argument. Are you getting the arguments? What we are passing from the command prompt, these arguments are by default considered command line arguments. Sir, you can pass from the command prompt. You can use these values in your program based on our requirement, right? No problem at all. How you can able to use that? How you can able to get this data? That is a very important point, sir. Sir, any doubt? Which are command line arguments? Which are command line arguments? Any doubt? Okay, sir, whatever the arguments we are passing from the command prompt. Sometimes instead of asking enter first number, enter second number, directly at the time of executing our Python program, yes, you can pass directly the values. This type of thing is nothing but command line arguments. But now, okay, you are passing a value, but how my Python program can able to get this data? That knowledge you people should aware, sir. Very simple, sir. So here two words I want to use, right? What is the first word? What is the first word? Yes, why yes is the first word I'm using. Can you please read? What is the first word? What is the first word? Yes, why yes means system. Yes means system like this, right? System module, sys module, sir. Okay, it is the module name. Next argv. What is this one? Can you please read second word? What is the second word I'm using? First one is the sys, second one is argv. It is the list name, sir. It is the name of the list. So in sys module there is one list is there named with the argv. Whatever the values you are passing from the command prompt will be stored in this list. What is the name of that list, sir? argv. Remember, it is not array, it is the list. It is not array, it is the list. It is the list, sir. Make sure, sir. Next, whatever arguments we are passing from the command prompt, these things will be stored inside argv. Happily, you are allowed to access the data, no problem at all. Any doubt? Okay, but here one small twist is there. What is that twist, sir? I will explain. Take a bit very special care. Now listen this one, sir. argv is a list. Now py test.py I'm taking, sir. 10 20 30. Sir, py test.py I'm taking 10 20 30. That's it, right? Can you please guide? What is the, if I can take like this? If I can take like this, right? Which values will be stored inside argv? Please respond. Good. Which values will be stored? Will be stored inside argv? Which values will be stored inside argv? Remember that. Sir, this is just execution. You are passing these values, right? Now, that's what a small twist you have to give a more carefully, sir. What is that twist here? Is legend this one. Legend this. Sir, this is the first one. Next and after that, this is the second. Next and after that, this is the third one, right? Okay, remember. Now, here, the first, this is the name. argv, like this, right? argv, like this I'm taking. Okay, now here test dot py, like this I'm taking. Okay, so first value is not test, not test. The first value by default is test dot py. Remember this one, sir. What the first value? Test dot py. Second one, sir, yes, sir, 10. Next, the third second year 20. Remember that. Next one after that here third one is 30 by default. Was I hope in C language also the same kind of style is there. The first value present inside argv is test.py, name of the Python file. Okay, it is not 10. Remember this is. But in Java, first command and argument is always 10 only. Args of 0. Maybe the people who are coming from okay Java background, args of 0 is nothing but 10. But here argv of 0 means this value is going to come, but not this. So if you want to read the data, these values, only these values, now you have to read the argv of 1. Are you getting? From 1 onwards, you require to read it. Are you getting? From 1 onwards, you require to read the values right. Any doubt? Any doubt? Are you getting? argv of 0 itself is nothing but test.py. argv of 1 is nothing but 10, something like this, right? So where is the proof? How you can able to conclude like this, right? Very simple. Very simple. Let me use here. Just I'm asking print of. Just I'm asking print of argv. That's all. I'm printing. But if you want to use argv, compulsory what we have to do? From sys import argv. From sys import argv. Like this we have to take, sir. Okay. Now let me execute this code. Have you observed? Now argv, total data whatever there inside argv. Sir, test.py, next 10, 20, 30 by default we are going to get it. Any doubt? Are you able to understand, right? Now, sir, immediately you ask, sir, I don't want first value. I want only second value. Sir. There is one operator is there, slice operator. Have you remembered, right? There is one operator is there, slice operator is there, sir. What is that? Slice operator. By using that, you can able to get the data. How you can able to use is very simple, sir. Very simple. Here, args is equal to argv of from 1th index onwards until end. Can you please consider? Are you getting? From 1th index onwards until end. Can you please consider? From 1th index onwards until end. Can you please consider? Now, can you please print args? If you can do like this, so it is going to consider sublist from one index to end of the thing, end of the list. Now have a look once. But the answer by default you are going to get 10, 20, 30 only, but not test.py. There is a way is there. If you want to get, you can get only values also. Clear? Just if you want to read the command line arguments, just we are using only two words. One is sys module, second one is argv. But the problem in the case of argv is first command line argument is the name of the file, but not first value. If you want to get only first value, then we require to use argv of 1 like this. Slice operator, you can able to do that, sir. Are you able to get? Yes. Clear for all of you, right? Next up. So now I have one small doubt. argv is what type? What type? Just now I told. argv is what type? argv is what type? List type. Sir, where is the proof for that? Type of argv. Now let me pass. What the types are? List type. Okay. Next, whatever values you are passing, it is always going to be stored in the string form only. That's why compulsory. We require to use compulsory. We require to perform typecasting while using these numbers. Regarding either eval function or otherwise input int value like int function, like some function we require to use to convert this one. Jyoti, here we have only one slice operator is there, double slice operator is not there. Okay, double slice means don't think too much. Here argv of one here, just observe slice begin colon end colon step like this, right? Okay, that's all. So sometimes you may not specify begin, sometimes you may not specify end, sometimes you may not specify step. Are you getting that? Step. So if you specify only end and step, how it looks like? How it's look like? Argv colon end colon step. Are you getting like this? Sometimes if you are not specifying step, then automatically this is the looks like. Regarding sometimes you may specify only begin, how it looks like only begin, then automatically begin colon like this. So single slice, double slice, no such type of terminology. Jyoti, are you getting right? Jyoti, Barik, begin end step. But anyway, we are going to discuss this concept in the strings. Don't worry, sir. There is a separate topic there. There we are going to perform postmortem. Okay, that's all. Sir, now here just have a look once. Sir, write a program to display, command line arguments, okay, write a program to display command line arguments. How you can able to do that, sir? Very simple. Command line arguments information I want to display. Sir, total how many number of command line arguments you passed? Total command line arguments in a single line. Next one by one like this I want. What is the way, sir? Very simple. Here just I'm asking print of the number of command line arguments, like this, right? Sir, how many command line arguments we are passing? Very simple. If you want to know length of argv, regarding length of argv, okay, length of function is there for the list, which is going to tell how many elements are there in that list. Next, sir, the list of command line arguments, the list of command line arguments. I want to print the list of command line arguments directly like this. I want to print the list of command line arguments like this, right? Next, print, sir, the command line arguments, one by one, command line arguments one by one like this, right? Sir, I want command line arguments one by one. What is the way, sir? For x in argv, sir, for each x value present inside argv, can you please print x value? Regarding for x in argv, can you please print x value like this, right? That's all. Complete information. Yes, how many command line arguments you are passing? Next, the list of command line arguments directly in the list form you are going to get. Next, the command line arguments one by one like this, right? Next, for x in argv, print of x like this, right? Sir, what is the output by default you are going to get? Yes, the number of command line arguments 4 because it is also be considered. Next, the list of command line arguments like this, right? Next, command line arguments one by one. This is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and so on. Any doubt? Can you please confirm? Any doubt? Next, sir, this is a small chota application, sir, to understand very clearly, right? Sir, what is the next one? Observe a bit very carefully, sir. Sir, can you please write a program to read the numbers from the keyboard? I mean, the command and argument, something like 10, 20, 30, or 40, 50, 60, and so on, some numbers, sir. can you please print the sum of numbers? Can you please print the sum of numbers? This is about my requirement, right? Can you please print the sum of numbers? This is about my requirement, right? Okay. How you can able to do that? Very sir, easy, sir. My requirement is, if I pass from the command prompt py test.py 10, 20, 30, and then 40. 10, 20, 30, 30 I'm taking. What my expected answer? Please guide. What is my expected answer? 10, 20, 30. What is my expected answer? The sum 30, the sum 60. I have to print, sir. This is. So if you pass, sir, some more values, then automatically here something like some more values if you want to pass. Some 40, next and after that 50, like this, right? Okay, some 40, 50, something like this. Yes, this is about my requirement. How you can, then obviously the sum is 60 plus 40, 150 is the answer I have to get. Clear, right? Sir, everyone can able to understand. It's a very easy thing only, right? Because we covered already this one. Now take a bit very special care how you can able to do that. Sir, first you should ignore name of the file. First we should ignore name of the file. This is about my requirement, right? So then args is equal to argv of 1: like this I'm taking, sir. 1: means what it means is starts from first index onwards until n by default is going to be considered. Okay, first thing. Next, sir, what's your next one? For x in args. For x in args, most of the people are doing the mistake here. Make sure, sir. In args, whatever data is there, it is always going to be considered in which form? It is always going to be considered in which form? String form. That's why let me convert into number. N is equal to int of x. Let me convert into number form, right? Okay, so whatever data present inside args is always in string form. List of string. You can use either eval function or you can use either int function. No problem at all, sir. Int, because I'm expecting int values directly. Anything is acceptable. Eval is also going to work. Don't worry. So next, here let me take sir, there is one variable I'm taking. Sum is equal to 0, sir. Okay, now for every x in this args, first get the number. After getting the number, sir, sum is equal to sum plus n. Sir, you are keep on adding number. Sir, for every x. Then automatically at last, what I want to do here, print off. Are you getting? Print off the sum. The sum is some value, right? That's all. You can use eval function, you can use int function, no problem at all, sir. Now have a look once. The sum is 16. Perfectly it's going to work, sir. Sir, now 40, 50 I'm taking, sir. Then 150 is the answer by default you are going to get. Yes, here just observe that. Let me trace so that you people can able to understand, right? Let me trace so that you can able to understand. Here my just this is the way I'm passing, sir. What will happen is, observe carefully, sir. First some value is 0, sir. First some value is 0. Next, args is equal to argv of 1. Then automatically this is the args value. This is the args, because I'm considering only from. For x in args, x means first time this one. This is 10. Can you please convert into number? Okay, well. Next, add this n to the sum variable. Sum is equal to sum plus n. Now this 0 will become 10. I added. Now again this for loop is going to execute for the next number 20. 20 convert into the number int type and then add. So 10 plus 20 it will become. Now the sum will become 30. Yes, completed 20 also. Now 30 is going to come. 30 for every x. So means 30. 30 also will be added. Then the 60. So that's all completed, right? Once the data completed, for loop is going to be stopped. Once for loop stopped, remaining the sum is sum. Like this, it's going to print. Clear, right? Are you able to understand? Okay. Yeah. Here one thing. Saravanan. Here take a bit very special case, sir. Why I'm taking this one is, sir, ARGV of 1 means just only this part. ARGV of 1 means just only this part. Only this part. This part I saved inside one variable, sir. ARGS. Regarding just only that part, I saved inside a variable. That variable I used in the next lines. Okay, without that variable also you can able to do that. Saravanan, are you able to understand? I don't want to use this variable, sir. For each x in ARGV of 1. Clear, right? For x in ARGV of 1, unnecessary confusion is going to come. That's why I took separate variable. Still it's going to work, no problem at all. Yes, perfectly it's going to work. Acceptable, no issue at all. Clear, right? So sometimes the input for desktop applications you require to pass from the command prompt also, sir. Okay, if it is the case, how you can able to do that? Okay, so we should be in a position to read how you can able to read command line arguments. If any input is coming from the command prompt, we should have clear clarity about this one. Okay, next, there are small cases are there related to this one. Yeah, where we will use this concept. Sometimes, do you know what I have to do, sir? Calculate, sir. What we call loan, some rating or otherwise some what you can use the word. Assume that total salary of employee. Can you please calculate total salary of employee? I want to execute that script. To execute that script, I want to execute that script. Total salary of the employee. Can you please execute the script? But employee number, I require to pass as the argument. Then, sorry, pass employee number from here, employee number from the command prompt, execute the script. Automatically, it is going to provide total salary per year of that particular employee. Regarding something like that, or otherwise, sometimes I am writing a Python program to communicate with the Oracle database or to communicate with the MySQL database. Sir, I want to write a same program. I want to write the same program to communicate with Oracle database, to communicate with the MySQL database. Then, to which database you require to communicate, the database name from the command prompt I am going to pass. Sir, whatever the argument you are passing, based on that, this program is going to work. Clear? Are you getting? Yeah. Okay, next. Zeroth position is the file name, and Lakshmi, don't get confused. 0th position is the file name, and 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3 indexes. Index is always 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. The indexes are going to be there. Here 1 means from 1th index onward until end. That is the meaning. From 1th index onwards until end. Here it is the slice operator. Okay, that's all. Next, there are just 2 important points are there. I have to explain for you people, right? Just to take a bit special care. Sir, I'm trying to print ARGV of 0, sir. I'm trying to print ARGV of 0, 0. Like this, I'm trying to print, sir. Here, just I'm taking Sunny Leone. Are you getting right? Sunny Leone. Like this, I'm trying to print. What the output we will get now? Can you please respond? What the output we are going to get now? Okay, the output is please guide. Don't get confused. What the output we are going to get? Don't get confused. Array, why you are getting confusion? I don't know. Sir, even you are the fan of Sunny Leone, but here output, concentrate the output and then tell. What the output by default you are going to get? Okay, make sure ARGV of 0 is the file name, but not Sunny Leone. Are you getting? Is the file name? File name is what? Tester.py. Are you getting? This is the first one. This is the second one. Something like this. Sir, now what is the answer, sir? Tester.py. Are you getting? Tester.py. Like this I'm taking. Tester.py. Now my question is, if I can take ARGV of 1, remember, ARGV of 1. Can you please tell the answer? Good. I'm taking ARGV of 1. 1. What is the answer by default you are going to get? Hey, Janardhan. What is the output by default you are going to get? Please respond. ARGV of 1. Sir, the output by default you are going to get only Sunny is the answer. Because the reason is, this is the ARGV of 0, this is the 1, this is the 2. Are you getting? So here in the middle, space is the separator. Space is the separator. That's why what is the output? By default, we are going to get, sir, only Sunny. But now my requirement is, boss, sir, I want Sunny Leone. Yeah, the answer for this. Sir, my total, whatever I'm passing, can you please consider as a single command line argument only? Please consider as a single command line argument only. This is about my requirement. Okay, sir, if you want to consider single command line argument only, what you have to take is, yes, better to take within double quotes. Regarding better to take within double quotes, double quote. Whenever we are taking within double quotes, this total thing is treated as only one command line argument. Are you getting that? Okay, only one command line argument. Then what is the answer by default we are going to get is happily Sunny Leone is the answer. Clear, right? Remember that in this particular case, single quotes not allowed, sir. Remember, in this particular case, single quotes are not allowed. Compulsory we should provide double quotes only. If you are going to take a single quote, what will happen? Observe that. Sunny Leone. Okay, sir, single quote is going to be treated as a character only. Are you getting that? Single quote is treated as a character only. That's why compulsory in this case, yes, double quotes we require to use. Take a bit very special care. Okay. Next, triple quotes also no, because internally this functionality may be implemented in some other language. Internally functionality may be implemented in some other language like this type. Next, if we take ARGV of 1 colon, what will happen? A list starts from month index onwards. Total thing you are going to get, sir. Suppose if I'm taking here, just observe. Okay, here Sunny and then Leone. Next, like this I'm taking, sir. What the output we are going to get now? What the output by default we are going to get now? If I can take like this, what the output we are going to get? ARGV of 1 starts from 1. It is the list. It is the list. Can you please observe that? Sorry, I didn't save this code. Don't worry. Sir, now observe that. What the answer? It is list. This is the first value. This is the second value. Why file name is not considered? Because you took like this. Slice operator we use. Clear, right? So the conclusion here is, first conclusion, sir, make sure. Okay, first conclusion, sir, usually space is the separator between command line arguments. Are you getting? Usually space is the separator between command line arguments. So this is the first command line argument, space second command line argument, space third command line argument. If our command line argument total itself contains space, then we have to enclose within double quotes. Any doubt? Yes, we have to enclose within double quotes. It's a mandatory. That's answer. Okay. Py tester.py Sunny Leone within double quotes we are going to take, sir. Then perfectly it's going to work. Clear? Multiple spaces also automatically it will be ignored. No problem. Padmaraj. Multiple spaces also it will be ignored automatically. Without the spaces, values only it is going to be considered. Here comma separated and so on. All these things what you have to do extra coding. Here default, because we are not responsible to create list internally Python itself. That's why Python understandable form with a space is the separator. Comma and a colon, all these things is treated as only one. Until space, it is considered only one command and argument only. Okay, like that. Yes. Swarup is asking a bit interesting doubt. It is not interesting. ARGV of one and then ARGV of 1 colon like this. So there is a difference there or not? Swarup, there is a difference there in between these or not? You are selecting 1th index value. You are selecting 1th index value in the first case. You are selecting from 1th index to end all values I want. From 1th index to end all values I want, then we should go for second one. So clear? There is a difference there or not? Okay, yeah. Now first, if our command and argument contains space, then compulsory we have to enclose within double quotes. This is the first rule, sir. Next, the second one, sir, is also a bit important. Listen carefully, sir. Sir, I'm taking ARGV of 0 plus ARGV of 1, sir. ARGV of 0 plus ARGV of 1 like this, or otherwise 1 plus 2. Let me take, sir, 1 plus 2, because ARGV of 0 is the file name, right? Now I'm taking, sir, py test.py 10 20 like this. I'm taking. What the answer? What the answer we are going to get? Sir, py test.py I'm taking. What the answer we are going to get now? Yes. Okay. Py test.py I'm taking. Yes, 10 and 20. What the output by default we are going to get now? Yes. The output by default we are going to get is, I'm not performing typecasting, man. What's my expected output? 10 and 20 I'm passing. Okay. The output by default will become, okay, 10, 20, because concatenation operation is going to be happen. Regarding which operation is happening, sir? Concatenation operation is going to be happen. Remember that itself is concatenation operation is happening, sir. In this case, concatenation operation is going to be happen. Clear? Any doubt? Okay, that's all, sir. This is what so because every command line argument internally considered string. If you want consider the number, compulsory we have to perform typecasting. Now I'm taking same thing, sir. Here, can you please convert into integer type, and then can you please convert into integer type? I'm taking, sir. What the output we are going to get now? Please confirm what the output we are going to get now for the same program. Remember that. First case 10, 20, but second case 30 is the answer we are going to get. Clear, right? That's all. I hope you can able to understand. So just 1 minute. Yeah. Clear, right? Any doubt about this one? Yes, tuple operator, slice operator is applicable for every sequence. For every sequence, slice operator is applicable. Okay, this is the second one what we have. Now the third one, third case, right? I mean third. So internally, every command line argument itself is treated as string type only. If you want to convert into the number, compulsory we require to perform typecasting, right? Remember that. Next, sir, what is the third? I'm passing like this. How many command line arguments are there total? Total, how many command line arguments are there? 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2 means 0 index, 1 index, 2. Now I'm asking, sir, what about its value is, now I'm asking argv of 100. Argv of 100 I'm asking. If I can ask argv of 100, what the output by default we are going to get? Error, sir. Remember the index error. Remember index error, sir. There is no such type of thing. How you can able to access? Regarding index error, list the index out of range. Index error, list the index out of range. By default we are going to get. Clear, right? Okay, that's all. This is also another important point you should aware. Sir, total 3 points are there. How you can able to read command line argument? How you can able to read command line argument? Next, what things are there? Point number 1. Sir, point number 1. The space is the separator. Space is the separator between command line arguments. If our command line argument itself contains space, then compulsory we should enclose within single quote, within double quotes, right? First one. Second one, sir, second one, yeah, second terminology, sir, in our program, command line arguments are available in string form. That's why if you want to consider it the number, typecasting must be mandatory. Next, third one, sir, if you are trying to access command line argument with out of range index, sir, here py test allowed index is 0, 1, 2. If you are trying to access with out of range index, then immediately we are going to get index error, list index out of range. That's all. Any doubt? Can I expect everyone got it clearly? Okay. Yeah. Now let me go for what is the next sigma, sir? Output statements. Are you getting? The next thing what I have to take, sir, output statements. Okay, how to print with the print, what are various options are there? All these things we are going to discuss in detail. Just maybe in the next session we will meet.